Welcome back, truth seekers, back to our channel which is exposing the truth behind the glitzy facade of Prince Harry and Meghan Markle. Welcome back bitches to another thrilling round of the most scandalous scoop that will have you pulling up a chair and grabbing your popcorn. And today, we are sinking our teeth into the drama-feeding frenzy that all started when there were whispers Harry has had it with Meghan Markle and was ready to break loose from this fake of a marriage once and for all. But before we dive into the murky waters of this encouragement, if you haven't already, take a moment to subscribe and turn on notifications. You really will check out the hot video game blast you can learn in the beginning phase. So, now the chains of the atropode victim that Meghan has had sedated in her husband for years are staring to break. This bro ostensibly recognizing he is the exact tool who traded in his entire network of true friends, and a way of life, for some C-list actress dreams Hollywood. Harry, at this stage how do you even feel? Looking at the ashes of what was once your magnificent royal heritage, all the bridges burned and lifetime bonds broken just to be a footnote in Meghan's endless Shakespearean stage show of victimhood tales. This poor bastard gave up a lifetime of fraternity and camaraderie with his buds for a bunch of pretend woke yogis and PR fluffers congratulating his awakened masculine energy. It's a little heartbreaking really to see. Here is the one-time prince being bent right over and turned into a marionette, gyrating between the bright lights of fame that Hollywood's PR machine guarantees will be turned on and then so cruelly leaving him dangling in the dark. Harry, who once had the world at his feet, eclipsed by Meghan, the Daily Mail, view, when a man has the world at his feet only to fall into shadows behind a woman hell-bent on fashioning her own spotlight. All of his movements, all of his words feel coordinated to serve as chapters in a Meghan-friendly story in which she is always the victim and he her dutiful but somewhat dim-witted knight in scuffed armor. With every day that goes by they are cracking through their fairy tale image. There are rumors of blazing rose, and that Harry is angry about Meghan's insatiable desire for publicity. He is, they say, finally looking behind the veil of glamour to realize the true cost of leaving royal life for a few snaps on Instagram curated by Meghan. And what a price it is. There are no more casual friendships and no more tangents with his brother, Prince William. Harry is no longer surrounded by his old school friends but a new bunch, a generation so fluent in hashtags and vogue for quick social media bursts. But that is a long way from the close bonds he once shared with members of the royal family. Harry is rumored yearning for the stability and honesty that he had left behind. As it turns out, the sparkly lights of Hollywood are just not stronger than the blood of family and tradition. If Meghan keeps pushing her story, about every real or imagined gripe, Harry is going to lose his cool. The prince who smiled and bore the burdens of royal duty now looks tired and wistful. His decisions weigh heavy on him, he is alone because his family has been shamed into hiding, and he becomes media fodder for the endless news cycles. And now as he surveys the life he has created with Meghan, no doubt he is asking himself that haunting question, was it all worth it? A pretty tragic demotion of Harry, too, going from bants in the locker room with the lads to being love-bombed by people trying to sell him on Meghan as an aspirational girl boss. Now you can just picture all the regret raining down on Harry's soul. No longer are the kickabouts with his mates and the nights out in the sticks spent in country corners, subdued by faux self-care retreats and pop vitamin rounds breaking down apparent microaggressions from within a neoliberal cost matrix. He is no longer setting the world to rights over pints and late nights at the pub. That was followed by green juice cleanses then poverty tourism photo shoots where Meghan got to play dress-up as a desperately destitute QBD for social media clout. A man who had once been an unbreakable brother bond reduced to nothing more than a voiceless +1 at the vain projects of a shrewish wife. Now Harry is rumored to face his own permanent severance from the royal family as King Charles is supposedly prepared to compel him to beg for Meghan's cruel treatment he not only overlooked but enabled. Also, on top of double-downing on dealing with the bone-deep mistakes made in biting the hand that used to feed you mulish personifications from his once inner circle, Prince has ushered this to a point where they are being put into further and further pockets of VLC isolation from within the very small cadre of blood relatives remaining to him, all due to their metastasizing toxic wasteland relationship with Meghan now having fully morphed into its scorched handbasket fruition they can never come back from. But now, pause for a sec and think, couldn't you have been expecting Harry to hit some karmic rock bottom where he has to wake up and smell the thermonuclear tea of his life eventually? A royal playboy with a history of his own, who in marrying Meghan has used up every kind of redemption anyone could ever offer him as he laughs around the world. The surface of what another human can transform into when they make decisions based on lust and manipulation as opposed to true connection and understanding. There is also the mental cost this must be incurring on Harry outside all the physical and social changes. The endless stress any normal person would feel trying to fit into a way of life that seems so foreign from the one he lived for 50+ years must be absolutely brutal. He has no life outside of relentless public scrutiny and being isolated from his friends and family. That's a toxic mix, and it's why he is so unhappy. Indeed, his life outside and inside of the ring could not be more different. In its place stands an existence that feels overly managed, heavily styled. If every move is carefully considered for narrative effect, can his relationships, specifically with his wife, be genuine? The rise and fall of Prince Harry is a sad reminder about the pitfalls of abandoning yourself to a relationship. This idea is a powerful illustration of why holding on to our identities is important, and we should not allow ourselves to be lost in our partner's ambitions or persona. Ultimately, the goal is for Harry to take back his identity and to hopefully find happiness and satisfaction. It seems to be an important part of what he is lacking, once again. Thus, will he go about to collect the few remaining remnants of dignity he might possess and show up for inevitable divorce settlement and divvy up what is left of his former self? Or is the sunk cost fallacy too strong now, and the damaged individual will keep chaining himself as Meghan's forever captive due to this sick sense of obligation? I would guess only Prince Hasbin can say for sure, but one thing is becoming undeniable. It is with a dawning sense of revelation dawning within his candy ass, the biggest purple pill beta simp on earth, that he has been enabling this self-sabotaging shrike. Regret is a very bitter pill to swallow when you get repeatedly laid out by the truth, bitching about your people pony delusional princess lapdog spirit. Every mistake, every embarrassing headline, each one scratches away the thin veneer he ever thought was there and exposes what is truly happening. However, like all other dogs, one day that dog has to be let off the leash before they turn rabid and too far back. The sooner Harry develops a backbone and frees himself from Meghan's toxic grip, the better. Because the last thing he wants is to allow his tormentor to continue pulling his strings into disgrace, in the eyes of the world. The toll on his mental health is also particularly clear, and so the world watches on as he frankly deals with having to face the repercussions of his decisions. A man should never be required to empty his honor and soul into the petri dish of a single woman's infinite self-absorption under the spell of any hocus celebrity pocus. Harold, wake the bloody hell up and smell this goddamn truth, before there is just no going back to any aspect of whoever you were. As long as you answer the call of Meghan with her string still pulling your impulses, you can honestly say that life is never going to return. His friends, family, and even longtime supporters are left to gape wide-eyed, while shaking their heads, in his wake as he drives this car straight off a bridge. The question remains whether he will have the balls to escape, to regain his autonomy in life, or will he continue down this toxic spiral? He alone must make the choice, but the need is urgent. With each day, the stakes of not doing anything are getting higher and time is running out. So, what are your thoughts on this? Leave your thoughts down in the comments and what you think. We want to hear what you think about this article. Until next time, for more titillating tales and scurrilous scoops on our YouTube channel. Hit the like for more and share it with your royals mates, and don't forget to subscribe for regular updates on everything royal. Stay tuned and keep coming back for some more interesting royal family news. Bye for now.